Hello and welcome to a new episode of Cyrils Brettspiele. My name is Nils and today we're taking a look at Istanbul, Tzolkin, Marco Polo and Russian railroads. What does all these games have in common? Yeah, okay. You see, it's a little bit of a lack of information here and I will fill it for you. Folded Space. Folded Space sent me something from Bulgaria. It's a company located in Great Britain as far as I know. At least the communication is going through Great Britain, but the production should be in Bulgaria. So I got a new package from Bulgaria for 1, 2, 3, 4 games here. And what you have is you have always one of these cardboard boxes here. And when you flip it over, you open that in here. I can show it to you, and then you get an instruction manual here, a little bit like IKEA, so one sheet of paper, and you got not cardboard here, it's foam core board. So you have a foam core here, as you can see it's foam and it's surrounded with cardboard, so it's very light, it's very easy to lift. So I can easily lift it, and it always flips out when you take it into your hand as cardboard. And now I try to assemble all of that and show you how it looks inside my game boxes. We can take a look inside a game box beforehand. So let's take for an example Russian railroads. As you can see, there's an expansion as well. So Russian railroad looks like this right now in here. So all the game board pieces in there, and then you have this zippy bags here. You have for each single player in here. It looks already a little bit organized with this organizer here inside, which is from Hans im Glück, the European publisher. So you already have that, but does that make Folded Space a better solution for it? I bet yes, otherwise it wouldn't be here, right? So let's take a look, let's make a break and bring all that together and then go from Russian railroads to Marco Polo to Tzolkin and Istanbul last but not least. But before I go over to all of this, I just wanted to show you one more time how easily you can punch out this stuff. As you can see, it's already falling out, so I take a new one here. And what you're doing is simply punch that very light with one hand. You can see I can do that all with one hand, so it's almost falling out. So you don't have to have a lot of skills to do that or make a lot of pressure. There are letters on it, as you maybe can see here is a 0 or a D, and that will, according to this sheet of paper here, help me out to find a way to put that together. This will be Marco Polo. You can see it. MPO stands for Marco Polo, the Voyages of Marco Polo, and it should include the new characters and the mini expansion and the Agents of Venice expansion, which should be this one here. In Germany it's called the Fellowship. Anyway, it's Die Gefährten des Marco Polo. And yeah, and I have also this little tiny brand new one here. So we will see if that will find a way into the box as well or not. But that is brand new, so this is just out for 4 days. Maybe it doesn't have space in this box, I don't know at this point. But we will figure out what Folded Space has in charge for it. So wow, it's just 20 minutes later. Seriously, just 20 minutes. I was never so fast, and I'm not even cleaned up here. So here are still the frames, but nothing is dirty. Everything is clean. So I haven't done it so fast. As you can see, I have not glued it, so all of these pieces still falling over. So I just took it out of the frame and pre-assembled it to see how it works. But I'm so fascinated that it is so fast and elegant, and nothing is really damaged. So yeah, and it's sturdy as well still, so that I will try to assemble this in the box right now after just 20 minutes. This is astonishing, honestly. I did a lot of that with all these wooden pieces, which are looking great, honestly, yes, I know, but this is lightweight, so there is no extra weight in your box, and let's figure out how it looks inside the box. But right now, I'm really interested. That looks really good. It feels good to being fast and efficient and not needing an hour or 1.5 hours to prepare all of that. Of course, if you use glue or tape, you would take a lot longer, that's for sure, but let's figure out if this works without glue as well. It is mentioned you should take glue, I know, but I did not. Let's figure out if it works or not. So finally I prepared everything. Istanbul, Russian railroads and Marco Polo is already sorted in. This is the insert stuff for Tzolkin, the Maya calendar. So, and I will open it because this was still in shrink before. I don't have the expansion, just to let you know, but before I wanted to show you all the stuff inside. I wanted to show you something, how it comes when it's brand new. First of all, the folded space comes with this one here. I already showed it to you, but really important is this. So it shows you how to organize it in the box. And here, down here, each single tray 3A for an example, says what has to go in 3A. So even if there are no pictures included with actual pieces, game pieces and tiles, you know exactly what belongs into which tray. That is really cool. So I will now unpack all of this stuff here and prepare all of that stuff and then show you how it looks like inside all of this. But first of all, I have to do a little bit of punch out work and then start doing all the other stuff. So simply let's go over to Russian railroads first, and I don't have German railroads, just to let you know, so I don't have the first big box expansion. I do have two small expansions, mini expansions like this one here, but that is not what is really important right now. Let's take a look now how organized it looks inside. Here you can see the other mini expansion for first class, and on the other side Russian railroads jury, so that is also included. So this is how it looks organized in here. You have all the trains in here. As you can see here, all these trains are in here. You can bring it out, all the two trains here. You have the extra two workers here. There's another tray. You have a little bit extra space. That is for, of course, for German railroads, for sure. So then you have your ruble here. You have your multipliers by 2, and again a little bit of extra space. In here I only have Yuri. So in here I have a couple of other things. Here are the neutral ones. I was always keeping that for maybe making some extras as well. Here are the special tiles in here. And then you have here the engineers in here. There are a couple of more if you have German railroads, of course, or other mini expansions. So then you have here the question mark tokens, and here more engineers. This comes from an expansion 2, and here you have the player pieces. I put always all the tracks inside here for the player pieces. That's not 100% necessary, but I always do it, so everything goes in here. Then you simply pack that back together as you saw it already. Each single item will has its spot there, so you know exactly how to rebuild it back in here once you did it all by yourself. Or if you are not so good, you can simply take a look at the list again. But as you can see, the height and everything is perfectly fine. So you simply place it here and then you can close the box. While I'm preparing back this one here and open the next lid, let me address a couple of things that are different with these foam core inserts over the wooden inserts. First of all, there's a huge weight difference. So these are very light weight, so you can easily carry these around, and when you take all the heavy stuff with the wooden parts, it's a little bit nicer. I prefer it a little bit more from the artwork and from the design perspective, but this has a huge advantage of the weight, and if weight is a problem, you should take that one for sure. Another thing is, and that's also really interesting, I didn't get that before I got these samples, is that these are far more easier to prepare. They are coming out very smooth and elegant out of the frames. So let's go over to Marco Polo in the meantime. They are coming out very easy and very, so this is with a Venice expansion, by the way, and also some little minor expansions as well as the latest one I showed you already. So when it comes to preparing and building these, I was never ever so fast than building these together in the last days. So this was so fast, I never thought I can prepare trays as fast as these are possible to prepare. So here you have the money in here, and you have the goods in here. You also have the gift coins here. Here you have some cards. This one is something I wanted to show you. These are coming in here. As you can see, here are the people here. This comes in. Normally you would glue that to make it clear, but I wanted to show you without it. Why they are coming in like this? So simply you have a small gap here, as you can see, and these would shake in here. But once you put that in here, it's still super sturdy, and it still fits in perfectly. However, you can only stack them this way and obviously not this way, so that is perfectly clear. Here you have the contracts in. I like that one, that you have the contracts, and I can separate my starting contracts too. So now it was falling over, down. So anyway, so let's bring it out. Here I have the same one. I did not glue this one here. They are a little bit larger. Maybe you can see it. This is smaller than this one. So, but you can glue that together. No worries. That is nothing you should be worried about. Simply do it. I just wanted to leave it unglued to show you how it works. So next you have another part of this one here, and you have these tiles here. Then you have the other goods in here, and now we are coming to the player pieces and the cards. Also the cards, that's very clever. You can pick up the cards here. You have a little hole here, or simply you can flip it over, whatever you prefer. But you have this hole here, and as you can see, you get all the cards in your hand just once you take it like this here. Then you have these here, and the 5 player colors as well. They are in here. So, and now you can simply set up all this together back into the box. Another thing that I really like on these inserts is that you can set up your game as fast as possible. So I wanted to show it to you with Istanbul. However, my Istanbul version has another pimp up, and that does not fit 100% into it. It's something else. I wanted to show you just one more time, but it still fits in. It's these overlays here, which you put over here, and you have this overlays. They are really handy, but that does not fit 100% in. I wanted to show you. So as you can see, there's a little gap, but I mean, that is almost nothing. All the other stuff fits in here, but it's really tight in here, just simply because I have these add-ons here. So there are also trays to store your coffee in here. So that is the reason why I have not as much space in as probably others. So let me remove all of that, and then I wanted to show you how easy you can set up your game. You can see I have additional trays in here, all these plastic trays. So simply you can take out this one, place it onto your table. You can take out this one, place it onto your table, and so on. So all of these are fitting onto the table, very easy, and you could start the game almost right now. Not really, because you have to figure out where are the real parts in it. So each player has his own pieces in here and the extra pieces, but the real parts are in here. So you simply take them out. You have another lifting system here, as you can see here. So you bring all of them out and then playing with these on the table. But right after this you can start. You simply leave these boxes in the game box, and all of these trays you can put on the table. They are looking not super shiny, but they are super functional. And honestly, having the money in here, and when you have this not in here any longer, you can put 1s, 5s and 10s in here. That's super handy. You have a clean solution on your table. That's how it looks like with Marco Polo, Russian Railroads, Istanbul. And now let me show you how Tzolkin looks like, and let me prepare Tzolkin just for you. I will punch out everything and then I'm back just for you. So finally I punched everything out of Tzolkin, and now I'm taking back this sheet of paper from Folded Space here. I will show it to you at the bottom. Here is how you prepare it in the box. So I take the bottom of the box here, and now let's try if I can do it. Here are these trays. They are clearly marked as 2A, B, C, D. However, there are only a couple of these inside. So one of them and two of them has the player pieces in here, and it's supposed to, they are like here. And the other ones have this one here. And now you maybe mention why one is open. Of course, this is simply for the 5th player color with the expansion. So you slide it in here, as you can see, and here on top of each other, two of them as clearly marked here. Then you take the corn tokens, put it on here, and the starting tiles on here on the other side, again clearly marked as here. These are for the expansion as well, so in my case they are still empty, so slide them in here, and still you have a flat surface here, which is really important. Then you take this two little square where the gold and wood and stone and the starting player token are in it, so you slide them in here. And last but not least, this one here, and they have a little bit of a holder for a little bit more space here, and they are a little bit higher simply because you stack the monuments, etc. in here. In the middle you have another space if you need some more space, and these card tiles can go in here if you desire, so they are safe in there as well. And now it's mentioned that you start with these tiles here. You simply put the dials in here. The dials are always a little bit tricky to get in here, as you maybe know if you own Tzolkin, but they should be all in there. Simply you put the rule book in here, and that's it. However, it is mentioned that the rule book should go on here, and I will show you why. Simply because when you put it like this on here, it cannot be shaken, and these cannot fly out here, the little pieces. That's probably the reason why. And then even this one, that does not fit, so I will put that on top, and then start with the little one, because that is a little bit smaller than the other ones. The other ones are getting over the edge. So this is the last insert I wanted to show you today. Yeah, that was my final insert here from Folded Space. I wish you enjoyed a little bit of this special episode. My name is Nils, Cyrils Brettspiele, and see you next time here live on the channel. Otherwise, you can go online right now on Folded Space. The last thing I want to mention is Folded Space will go to Kickstarter again. They will Kickstarter a second series. You can right now vote on foldedspace.net. and figure out which inserts you like. I don't know if I already mentioned it's cheaper than the wooden pieces price-wise, so why not going online, register online on foldedspace.net and sign in for a newsletter, or just join their Kickstarter campaign in June 2018. See you until then, bye bye.